Woo!
Howdy guys, welcome to another podcast of the AVCon review. I have three lovely gentlemen with me tonight. A big expansion on the two we had last week. Actually, Susie's not a gentleman, she's an awesome person, awesome girl, but I digress. We have three awesome guys with us tonight. We have Aaron returning from last week.
Yay!
Giving us a thumbs up of approval. We also have Jack and Hayden from the AVCon review as well, so I'll let them do their highs. And actually, we have a pretty big topic tonight as well, as I lovely reveal. I hope I do, because you know I'm using recording software, which is awesome. Next gen consoles, which is
next gen consoles.
Good stuff.
So, where do we start with this one? Wow! Oh,
Let's go.
I reckon we start with the what is it? The Burn Center for Microsoft.
Burn Center.
The Burn Center. Oh man! Did you actually see it's an actual entry on Wikipedia?
Yes,
Really?
it is.
It's an actual. If you go into burn centers in America, the first one is Sony, is the Burn Center for Microsoft.
Well, soon after E3.
Yeah, it was just after E3, after the Xbox One was sport, home, go home, etc.
TV.
Don't you
I
mean
think-
TV?
Yeah, sorry,
TV.
TV, sport, TV. What is sport? I don't know.
Call
And
of
then it was
Duty.
like dog.
Yeah, dog, and then it's like Xbox, go home, and I'm like, what? Why is okay? I'm sure, why not?
But
Yes, Microsoft did not do well at E3, to say the least.
yeah, Microsoft weren't taken very well because a lot of people decided to overlook the nicer things on the Xbox One and just complain about the things that they could complain about.
We like
Yeah.
complaining, damn it.
Pretty much. Something to
stuff
complain
that-
about, time to complain.
Oh hell yeah,
All
of course.
stuff that was rendered mute as of yesterday. Well, most of it was, beside the Kinect sensor, which we all know has been made into a bigger issue than it actually is.
Yeah. Like, most people seem to forget the fact that you can completely turn the sensor off of the Kinect. Like, completely off.
Where's the fun
So-
in that? There's no conspiracy theory there.
Oh,
Exactly.
No, of course not.
Like, that's why it got blew up.
From what I remember now, yeah, again, don't go quoting me on this. I read it somewhere. It was something. Apparently, Microsoft signed off something with the NSA to do. Yeah, it was that, and I think that's what started the stuff about Kinect. But that,
there
it
was
wasn't
no
that.
sign. No,
There was no sign in the end. Okay,
No, there's been big blow up over the
okay. So
NSA
I've read the
thing
blow up. All right.
because of the dude who leaked all the NSA documents about their spying with like Verizon and stuff like that,
All
like
right.
the phone companies. And yeah, but no, what everyone was complaining about was one of the things Microsoft did was put a patent for the Kinect to be able to sense if there's extra people in a room, and for the potential for film companies to charge extra for more people in the room.
All right.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't seem to realize is lots of companies patent things like that. And it's a good thing because these companies don't end up using them, and it prevents other people from using them.
Actually, now that you've said that, a did you know thing. Did you know Lego actually paint... So you know how Lego has the little things on top that allows you to connect them to each other and you can build them on top of each other? Lego actually patented every single other method of joining blocks so that no one else could actually make something that's like Lego. I
What
mean,
about Mega Blocks?
there's mega blocks, but they're the big ones. That's a bit different. But these
Our
smaller
podcast.
blocks, yeah. So yeah, it has been done before, and I don't know if anyone knows it. And I think it's a great idea because it's their technology. Why not?
Animated video games and conventions, and we're talking about Lego.
Yeah, Lego. Oh, come on, Lego's amazing.
Our
That's
podcast
true.
just became educational.
Come on, it's educational. It's educational in many ways.
So,
The Lego podcast. Let's do it. I'm Googling it now.
moving back, what do we all feel about exclusives in general at the moment?
I mean, honestly, I'm very happy that Xbox One has a large amount of really nice exclusives.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Because, yeah, Xbox One
It's-
has 16 exclusives, and 7 of them are brand new IPs. Like, come on.
Yeah,
It's
no,
their
that's what they
leg-
care
It's a
about.
games console. You
It's
want
their
games.
legacy.
No, I want to watch my TV on it. Damn it.
Of course, I want to be able to record my TV, play that, and play sport.
Sports.
Sports.
EA
Definitely.
Sports.
Definitely their
game.
leg to stand on though, as opposed to Sony came out again focusing on E3. We know that the game's changed at the moment, but Sony, they came out with their slap in the face, I guess, to Microsoft with the no DRM. We let you use
How to
use
share
games.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good. It was fun, but Xbox does have the advantage in the fact that they do have the more exclusive titles, and they
Not
have
just
that.
more, better ones. Like,
Better-
look at the
that-
PlayStation list. I've played Killzone. I don't care about Killzone. I've played Infamous. I haven't played Titanfall.
They
haven't
have
played-
no.
I
They
mean,
have no new IPs, as Aaron said. They've got
Yeah.
very few new ideas coming through.
and
and
a
all
lot of
that-
people will be looking forward to some of the exclusives on the PS4. But a lot of the games that aren't exclusive, that everyone's going to be looking forward to, you'll be able to play on both consoles. So why not take the route and get to play more exclusive games and lots of good games and go for the Xbox One? Like,
Yeah, it's just,
how many people are interested in Kingdom Hearts 3? That's not a PlayStation 4 exclusive. That's
Yeah,
across
whereas-
both consoles.
I'm just going to put my hand up for that. You just can't see it, but yeah, I'm sort of pretty excited for that. I reckon that could be pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely the game I'm excited for. That's come out at E3. It is the game for me.
Actually, does
But-
it have a clip? Because I have, you know what, I actually haven't even looked at any of the new game releases coming out, any of their, like, what's the word for that? Their promotional videos, so like all their
Their
trailers. and all.
trailers.
The trailer.
Trailers.
You know,
Yeah.
that shouldn't have taken as long as that to actually
What,
think
what, are
of that.
you,
Yeah,
what are
thing
you
put on
doing
the back
with
of a
your
car.
life?
I know, right? Hang on, I'm actually gonna have a look quickly because I really, really wouldn't mind actually seeing this.
I've got it up now if you want it.
So I amazingly found it.
Alright, there you go. Don't worry about it then. Shut up, Jack. No, I'm kidding.
Your mind's made up.
And then another big exclusive is the Final Fantasy, and I
Yeah.
think that that's not exclusive to PS4. I'm pretty sure that's
Is it not?
from what I'm reading here. It's on both consoles.
Yeah, because I haven't looked into it much. I mean, I'm excited about the game, but yeah, I was unsure if it was an exclusive or not.
Yeah,
What game are we talking about? I just missed it.
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy.
15.
Yeah, Hayden's
yeah,
just
yeah.
sort of sitting in the back
Yeah.
corner. He's like,
Oh,
"Wait,
my
what?
trailer
What?
started
What?"
playing for Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like,
Yeah, it's actually pretty sick. I'm actually playing it now for everyone that's watching, so everyone can see what I'm seeing. Just quickly on Kingdom Hearts 3. So I will admit I didn't play number 2 because when the first one came out, I was still pretty young and I couldn't afford the second one, so I've never played it. But I'm pretty sure that just seeing this, I'm gonna go back, play the second, and come back for the third.
Yeah.
If, in my opinion, like this is just me being a bit of a fanboy, you
Yep.
have to at least play Dream Drop Distance at the
Alright.
very least, because there's so many things that whilst they're not actually numbered games, story-wise, there's so much lore and story that went into the other games.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just
Definitely will.
heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tip to the wise guys: Kingdom Hearts 3, play that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like if we go into exclusives, I don't have a definitive list right now, but I'm working on it. But Xbox One has Halo 5, Titanfall, Dead Rising 3, Forza Motorsport 5, Rise, Quantum Break, Killer Instinct, Sunset Overdrive, Below, Project Spark,
Oh yeah.
D4, Untitled Black Tusk Project,
what a title.
Sorry, I'm just
Kinect
looking through it
Sports
too.
Rivals, and,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure there's a few more. While PlayStation 4 only has The Order, 1886, Drive Club, Infamous, Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, and Knack. There's another few that I don't have in front of me right now. But like,
What?
if you look at those exclusive lists, Xbox One definitely has a majority of exclusives.
That being
and
said,
exclusives that everyone's going to be wanting to play.
have you actually looked at the order? Like the trailer for that looked really cool. I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the games that I haven't mentioned up until now. I haven't looked at a whole heap, but that trailer did get me very excited.
Yeah. No, it did a lot. Yeah, it was really exciting for me too.
Yeah, which again,
but
like,
have robots killing each other like Titanfall.
No, alright. I'm sorry. No, but definitely I'm still leaning towards Sony purely because I felt when it came to E3 they were more about their customers and the games, whereas Xbox is still, like Microsoft, sorry, still haven't impressed me with anything flashy to do with games.
To be honest, I think Microsoft are more heading towards... They're trying to please everyone, and they're trying to move the gamer into this, because traditionally gamers are separate from everyone else. They always sort of have been.
Yeah.
But now everyone sort of plays games. We all openly admit that we play games. I mean, I see people all the time DSs, or they have an Xbox or something like that. And I think Microsoft are trying to bring that into the general. So having an Xbox it's not just that you're not just a gamer, that you have something that everyone can use regardless whether they play games or whatever, which I mean is a novel thing, and it's a good idea, but their execution was really, really poor. Because they applied an idea for a console and applied laws that you use for PC effectively. That just completely mismatches with each other, and I think that's silly.
Well, there's no point buying an Xbox if you already have Steam.
Well, exactly.
And a computer that'll play the games.
I think...
Go on.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I honestly feel that when it comes to consoles and opening their market to more of a casual gamer, they sort of fell on their face as well, as in consoles are about the ease of gaming. You know, you don't have to go through the same technical difficulty you can encounter on a PC. You put the game in and it works. Whereas now... modern day, like the next gen consoles are becoming more and more like PCs, which sort of turn the casual gamer away from it. Like, especially people who are that little bit older, they just can't be bothered with it anymore.
Yeah,
I think it's quite different. Like with the PS3, you had to install some games, and you put it in there, and it installs. The Xbox 360, that was an option. You could choose to install a game onto the hard drive, so it would load quicker, and so the disc wouldn't have to be spinning, and you wouldn't get the loud noises from the disc.
I'm not so much talking about installation though. Sorry, go on.
Both of the next gen consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One, will both have complete installing medium. With the PlayStation 4, where they have no DRM, it's kind of like still what we're looking at now, like with current generation consoles. With what the Xbox One wanted to do, it's going to happen next generation or the generation after. It's going to happen, and you can't say that it's not going to happen, because it will.
And honestly, I feel like it should have happened, but not in the way that they tried to execute it.
You know
like,
what?
Perhaps
they didn't explain it properly. That was where they fell down. And because they didn't explain it properly, a lot of people decided to jump on them and say, "You're the Antichrist. We don't want you.
You are the devil."
Gamers are like the most dramatic people in the world. I kid you. You go on. What?
You saw everyone knows about the EA getting voted worst company in America.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm so gonna bring that up.
Why was EA the worst company in America when there's companies like ExxonMobil and stuff like that that are actually shit companies?
Yeah,
but EA made a little mistake.
I don't know. I still don't like EA very much in general.
I haven't got any issues with them, but I haven't had any amazing things.
They make
about
me
them
nervous.
Either. Yeah, to be
EA
honest, I'm not
produced
bothered.
good games.
Yeah, they
come
do.
on.
But they still make me nervous.
Yeah.
Like that guy in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Staring at you.
Well, to be honest, since I'm only a PC gamer, I don't buy consoles. I haven't bought a console since PS2. That was the last console I bought and played. I mean, I have a Wii, but that wasn't mine. I played it. It was okay. But I wouldn't go and buy one. And to be honest, and as you were saying before, like we have people with PCs, they have Steam. Most of the games are actually on that itself.
Yeah, and heaps cheaper as well.
And
so
heaps
really
cheaper.
No point.
But when it comes down to it, if I want a console game, let's just say I want to find a Wii game or a GameCube game that's really hard to find, like people would do with NES, Super NES, you'd go the route of emulation. I mean, you could go buy it on eBay, and to be honest, if I could, I would. But some games are just really expensive. So what you do, you emulate it if you actually just want to play it. If I could support them somehow that way, I would. But I mean,
No,
I'm sitting. Hear no evil, see no evil, and it's an unfortunate thing, which I think for like older games, I wish you could actually get a digital copy. Like I could go, I want Super Mario World, and I want a legit copy that supports Nintendo, and they'll send me the actual file for it that I can do that. I mean, it would never happen. I wouldn't see it happening, but that would be a cool thing. I would so do that. Yeah. But I mean, I'm sitting at the point where I've got a computer right here that you could build. I mean, it's still probably 3 times more expensive than the Xbox or the PS3, but it does everything they do. It does it better, and I can emulate up to Wii games at the moment. I've done Wii games 60 FPS, no joke, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, I don't have to get a Wii now because I can do this. And if I buy a game, I can just load it on my computer, and I don't need to buy the console. I mean, it's not the right way to go about it, but you know,
you can steal games easier on the PC.
Yeah, well, we're not saying that, guys. No way. I mean, if it was,
You're not
here's the link.
Yeah, here's the link, guys. Go do it. Nah. It comes. Oh, sorry. Go on. I'll stop.
No, the only issue I have, like, again, I am primarily PC gamer, but I have owned every console up until now because if I stuck with PC, I would not be able to go buy The Last of Us next week, which is at the moment probably one of the most ranted and raved about games.
Did everyone see my post in the AVCon group that I won the EB competition?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, for the $150 figure.
Send me the link. Oh, so I didn't actually. Actually, no, you posted it in the group, didn't you?
Yeah, I posted it in the AVCon group that we're admins of.
Oh, that one. Hang on.
I can't remember what it's called.
I have to borrow my friend's Xbox to play through. My friend's PS3 to play PS3 games, because as a student and someone who was only working part-time until recently, I have no money. So yeah, and like The Last of Us, I'm really having to snick his console to play that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty keen for it.
It's looking amazing, and like I've followed that for a long time because the whole having the female major character was a big thing that I really enjoy because I mean I really like female lead
just
characters.
Quickly, Hayden, I can't find that link. If you could send me that'd be awesome.
How do I link it? Just because I can link you to the page, but I can't link to just the single post.
No, link me to the page. That's what I'm more interested in. I just want to have a look at that. Yeah, sorry, go on, man.
And like, yeah, but The Last of Us, when they announced it, it looked amazing, and I was in love with it. And then every single thing that they've posted about it since, like all the trailers, all the screenshots, all the development interviews, just been amazing. And it's looking like an amazing game, and everything I'm hearing is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can tell.
Yeah, I'm actually up. I mean, I was at the point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch someone play it. So I'm watching a let's play of someone going through it. I've watched like about an hour of it, and it is good.
That was the first hour as well.
Yeah, the guys actually within the first 15 minutes were in tears. They were crying. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like this game, from what I've seen so far, and I'm not going to say anything because it's spoilers. But they've blown, like, normally you'd have a game and it's like, what was it? That you'd have stereotypes and I think, like, you know how, what was it, Call of Duty that had this thing with zombies and it was in Africa and they were black and everyone's like, oh, you can't do that. And,
you're talking
that's
about Resident Evil 5.
And, the Resident Evil 5. It's guns, there's zombies. As far as I'm concerned, COD's terrible for zombies. Sorry, I just don't like COD.
That was just a segue to I hate COD.
I hate COD. I've said it now.
I have to say it.
The thing, if you say zombies, the first thing I think is zombie mod for COD. I know there's really good zombie games, but the first thing I think is bad zombie games, and I think COD, because it just has this bad bit of it. Okay, so yeah, Resident Evil had that. There was a big shout out, big controversy around it. This game, I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to do the same thing, because it blows so many boundaries in a good way and explores so many new things about, you know, people in general. Like, you feel sympathy for the characters, you feel sympathy for the game, and you're just like, wow, this actually more like a actual story than...
Yeah, it's a good story.
It's a story. Yeah. It's not a game, it's a story. You play it, you get to do stuff, but it's a story, and it's amazing. And
they handled the gameplay perfectly, so it's not a story that keeps boring, if you know what I mean. Like, it's actually fun to play and kill people.
It's not like Dragon's Den where you'd be watching the game and you press a button here. Congratulations, you killed the dragon. You pressed left. Wow.
Well, in fairness, The Walking Dead, Telltale Games Walking Dead, it's probably the best game I've played since that. And that's just because of the story as well. Obviously, I'd like in The Walking Dead to be able to play like The Last of Us, but we can't get on.
Still not watched The Walking Dead, the Telltale one. Still not played it.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Neither have I. Okay.
I liked The Walking Dead as a interactive story, but like, to be honest, nothing beats Fahrenheit for me. Fahrenheit was amazing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, actually, link us, please. I'm just thinking, like, hang on, wait, we're talking about next gen consoles, and we've gone on to. Actually, no, I suppose Last of Us is sort of PS3, sort of like very new E3-ish, but like, wow, we've just gone from one to the other. Just like, oh my god, I'm trying.
Alright, so let's come back to next gen consoles.
Yeah, let's come back to it for a tiny bit, and we'll go into that later, because that's actually some stuff I would like to talk about. But right now, I want to get this PS4, Xbone. Apparently, it might be the.
And we're forgetting Nintendo.
It's not.
Okay, hang on.
Xbone.
Is it the Xbone, or is it now the Xbox One again?
It's the Xbox One.
Good, it's alright.
Xbone is just shows your ignorance.
Good. That's alright. All I've just been seeing people say was just, Xbone, and I'm just like, well, why?
The Xbox 180.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the Nintendo. Like, yeah. Later on in E3, with all the Nintendo releases, wow. Wow.
I'm excited. I feel like it might be a little too late as far as the Wii U goes. We came out and we had like 2-3 really solid games for it, and they've just had this massive dry spell where nothing decent has really come out for it. The last game I bought for it was Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Yeah.
But definitely after E3, I'm certainly more excited about Nintendo's future.
I'm definitely looking forward to the new Pikmin. Like, Pikmin is always something that, as soon as you hear Pikmin, you think Nintendo. And having Pikmin as a flagship game
is definitely a smart idea.
Is definitely. I'm really disappointed with the new Legend of Zelda. I would have liked another more mature Legend of Zelda without the cell shading.
I want to interject here, to be honest. I'm sort of getting over the whole Legend of Zelda franchise. They've had some really good games, but everything's starting to sort of
be crap.
Yeah,
I disagree.
You disagree? Okay, that's fair enough. I suppose it's sort of like what's another series that's sort of similar? I'm trying to think of one. I was going to say Metroid, but Other M wasn't actually half that bad. It was good, but
Silent Hill,
yeah, there's actually really good one. Silent Hill 2, I think, was like the best one ever. I believe that's what most of the consensus comes down to. But,
easily, yeah.
Yeah.
My problems with Silent Hill, and with Resident Evil especially as well, and really any of the survival horror type games, is that they're segueing away from survival horror into games that,
Call of Duty horror.
Yeah.
I agree.
The earlier Silent Hill games were amazing because you actually were putting so much, had so much tension in certain scenes and spaces because you don't have much ammo and because things would kill you really quickly.
And because you're useless at fighting.
Another game, for example, compared to that is Amnesia it's on PC. I think it's only on PC because it is an indie game, I believe.
What's the company again?
Frictional Games.
Yeah,
Frictional
that's right.
Games, that's it. Those guys made an amazing game. Like, seriously, Amnesia was just the bomb. And if you go watch people on YouTube, seriously, like, you go, oh, they're acting. They must be no one to... They're really not. There's people...
Clearly...
Some people you can tell are over the top, but the ones where it's not over the top, it's a really freaky game if you're susceptible to horror. Like, if you're used to horror and you're like, oh, yeah, there's a zombie, oh, strange sounds, whatever, yeah.
I don't care how tolerant you are, the water demon thing, I don't know what it's even called, that was probably the most terrifying game moment I've ever had.
Yeah, that was... Okay, I'm actually going to see if I can find a clip of that, because that is... I've got to find one without swearing, because I'm guessing... Okay, for example, guys, I probably won't be able to find a video of that without swearing in it. That's how freaky it is. I'm actually going to pull up a video and see if I can find a bit where you just see that sort of thing. But it's... Again, yeah, it's sort of like that. So any game that you can actually get scared and freaked out without actually having any physical danger that you can see there is a good game.
We've gone far away from the point.
Yeah, okay, back on. Sorry, back on.
Back to the Nintendo with the Wii U. The Zelda. I haven't really played Twilight Princess that much, but like from what I gather, Twilight Princess was the last like mature-ish Zelda game.
Yeah.
And like I think even in that way, you can say that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were still quite mature because of the visual styles. With the other ones like Wind Waker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With the cel-shaded style, they're going for a younger audience.
Yeah.
And I think that's good, but I think what they need to concentrate on is the people that played Zelda when they were kids,
yes,
who are addicted to the games. Like
the franchise should grow with us.
Yeah,
I own gold cartridges of all the Zelda games so far.
Oh wow!
So I'm pretty proud of my collection there.
That's pretty impressive.
And like I have a mint condition Majora's Mask with box and everything.
Oh wow!
Which
is
impressive. One of the prides of my collection.
Yeah, I've got most of the Zelda games up until now. But yeah, Nintendo have definitely pulled a fast one. As usual, Sony and Microsoft are button heads, and Nintendo's just, whatever, man, I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah. Like, I see with Microsoft wanting with their Kinect, pushing their Kinect, that they're going for a family type game. And so maybe they're spreading themselves too thin. But like with Nintendo, with their Wii, and then the Wii U, they're going for a more family audience, and so they've really cornered the market in family gaming, like especially with their handhelds as well. Like Nintendo are the best handheld sellers outside of mobiles, like phone gaming, and so they've got that, and I think it's great that they have that because Nintendo make amazing games. Like you can't deny that.
They're definitely one of the kings. The last thing... go on. Sorry, sir.
That's cool. And with the Wii, I think they did a lot of good stuff with the Wii. Like, I own the Wii Skate It, and that's amazing. Like, the control thing for that. And, like, I have a Wii Fit, and I don't use it much, but I should probably get into using it again.
I know that feel, man.
Yeah. But yeah, Nintendo have really good in that side, and like I'm loath to use like core gamers and casual gamers, but I think Nintendo are more of a casual market than anywhere else.
But that being said, they have like I know nobody will maybe some people will know about Monster Hunter. It's a little bit bigger now than it was when Tri came out on the Wii. but that is one of the most punishing games I've ever played. It's up there with Dark Souls and such. And
Really?
again, yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Wait, which game? Sorry, I just.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Okay. Yep.
It's not quite as hard as Dark Souls, but it's the same sort of. It's very much based around your reflexes and knowing the enemy's attack patterns and such.
Cool.
But yeah, that and Zombie U as well. Like again, I'm talking about Wii U. I don't know if anyone here actually has one yet, but I bought it a week after it came out or something. And again, I don't regret my purchase because those two games are what I bought it for. But I definitely want to see Nintendo pushing out titles sooner rather than later because I feel they've missed their boom.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with that.
I think everyone knows that they should have gone with more games sooner than later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the PS4 and the Xbox One coming out soon.
Yeah.
Like, people are more willing to put their money into those than into a console that they might not own or a console that doesn't have a huge selection of games.
Exactly, which the Wii U is by no means less powerful. Well, it is less powerful, but it's not an inferior console. But the fact of the matter is, people will lean toward Xbox One and PlayStation 4 because Wii U doesn't have that exclusive library. It has some exclusive games, and they keep revisiting their old franchises. Like, I don't want to play another Mario game. I do not want to do it.
Yeah, the Mario's getting a bit overdone.
I think that a Mario game per new console that Nintendo put out is good, but I think if they're exclusively going for like the traditional Nintendo games, I think that's not a very appealing maneuver.
That being said, after watching the gameplay videos for the new Mario Kart, I'm pretty excited with the different physics and the clinging to the roof and like the
Hang on, that is something I do want to see. Hang on, Mario Kart Wii U. Do they have a trailer? Of course they're going to have a trailer.
That and the new Smash Bros looks alright as well with the Villager and Wii Fit Lady and Mega Man.
Wii Fit Lady.
Yeah. But like everybody likes Smash.
Yeah.
There are 8 Mario Karts. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy.
Yeah.
I miss like 4 to 7. Like.
Hang on, so just quickly wait.
2 to 7.
So Mario Kart, is this all consoles? Like, so I know there was the SNES one which I played. Then the next one I knew was Double Dash, and there was one on the DS. Mario Kart 64. There's another one. That was one of the best ones ever, by the way.
Mario Kart 64 is the most classic Mario Kart ever.
Yeah, that's the only one that I know.
My favorite Mario game would be this one.
Yeah, Super Mario 64.
Definitely.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, and I think with a lot of the Nintendo games, I think everybody goes back to the nostalgia of the 64.
Yeah.
Because the 64 is the pinnacle of Nintendo gaming.
Yeah, I think that's just pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
Everybody remembers the controller shape. Everybody remembers everything about the 64.
The Rumble Pack.
The Rumble Pack, yes.
Oh, yes. Back in the day when you had to attach this tumor-shaped object to the back of your controller and put batteries in it just so you can feel your hands vibrate a lot. I mean, that thing would shake your hands off. It was vicious.
Those are the days, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alright, the one last thing I want to talk about is the fact that what Xbox has done a complete turnaround in the past couple of days, whatever you want to say, is like, are we a little disappointed that they've removed the family sharing and stuff whilst they've removed the restrictions that everyone was angry about? But I'm a little bit annoyed that they've gone, alright, well, fine, you win, but we're taking away this nice shiny feature that we were going to give you.
It's pretty much like you didn't like all of it, so we're taking away all of it.
But
exactly.
Not giving us the medium.
It's not we're taking this away because you complained. It's we're taking this away because this relied on that.
Yeah. So the
sharing feature, the sharing feature, the having your 10 family members being able to access your game library
Wait, weren't people first complaining because you could only share it with 10 people or something? Or
No,
right, that's so,
the complaint
so,
that was the
complaints
blown out
were
thing? Alright.
the complaints were that you couldn't trade in your games, and you could only give your game away once, and it had to be to someone who'd been on your friends list for 30 days.
30 days, yeah.
but
Okay,
let's
so yeah, knew
face
that.
it,
Cool.
The turn-in value for games is always minuscule anyway. Like, I barely ever trade games because I get bugger all off it anyway.
Yeah. Well, like, when I did my trade-in with a whole bunch of games for my new 360, so 2 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
I got $6 for 4 games, like $6 each game for 4 games. That's nothing. That's what, $24?
Yeah, and that's less than 10% of what you'd pay for like a $90 game or something, or maybe roughly like that.
Yeah.
And like I understand that a lot of people do like to buy secondhand games because you can get them for cheaper. Like
even then, they're not always cheaper. They're
like
that.
Well, like 10 years after, or not 10 years, but 5 years after a game's come out, you're getting a secondhand game for $20.
Yeah.
When it first came out, it came out for $90.
Well, it even depends where you get it from. Like, if you just go, for example, if you go to EB, for whatever reason, you're going in there, you're going to go, okay, well, I could buy a new version of the game for, I think a good example would be Smash Bros. When I went and bought Smash Bros. For the Wii, so Smash Bros. Brawl, went and bought that, was like $90, and then it was like $80.
Yeah.
So you're not even saving that much money. But I suppose, I mean, I looked at the disc. The disc was in really good condition. Everything was in good condition, so it was fine. I'm happy to not pay the extra 10. But you're not really given much of an incentive to purchase a used game unless the game itself is absolutely rubbish, that they don't value it that high. And even then, you're not getting that much of a discount on it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sometimes as they get older, it does become more significant. And again, it depends on who you go through and all that sort of stuff. But ultimately, I feel like, yes, we have the right to be angry, but I don't think we have the right to make it such a big deal. Yeah. And I feel that there's going to be a lot of aggression now based on the fact that Xbox has had to change their mind completely and remove all the positive side effects of what they were doing.
Yeah.
But
well, with the sharing thing, the sharing function was when you install a game and it's tied to your account. You've got then a group of 10 family members who are in like your inner 10 circle. Yeah. And basically they'd have access to your entire game collection.
Okay.
And so you could be playing a game on your console, and a friend could play that same game that you're playing as like borrowing it from you on a different console completely.
So just say I had my brother and he had a PS4 and we both linked our accounts as family members. If I purchased the game, he could at any time play that game.
So basically, if you both had an Xbox One.
Yep. Oh, sorry, Xbox. Wow, Xbox. Oh, what drugs am I on tonight? I said PS4, man.
Damn PS4.
And you have, say, Halo 5, and you're playing Halo 5. Your brother can then turn on his Xbox One, and he can share that Halo 5, and he can play it with you. But he doesn't need to own the game himself.
Okay.
And so the sharing thing was you have your inner 10.
Yeah.
And each person your inner 10 could play one of your games at a time. So you couldn't have 2 of your friends playing Halo 5 at the same time.
Oh, all right, yep. So,
but if you had Halo 5 and Forza 5, 2 of your friends could play Halo 5 and Forza 5 at the same time.
Yeah. So it's one friend per access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what this worked on was the games being tied to your account as like a serial key type tied.
All right.
And this is what the complaints about the DRM were, that the game would be tied to your account permanently. Which is
cool. Yeah.
Which is very similar to how Steam does. When you buy a Steam game, it's tied to your account.
Yeah.
But they could still potentially, like, on a final note from me, they could allow the family sharing for digital downloads only or something. Like, don't take it away entirely, because that's taking away one of the key features of your product. That's taking it away from us. I understand why they're doing it, and I understand why we can't do it with physical copies. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents, that they don't need to take it away entirely.
Yeah.
That is a thought, but I think in the beginning, a lot of people are going to have the physical games, and I think the physical games is what most people are going to be wanting to be sharing. And yeah, like, if it had been allowed for them to keep this, I think that digital downloads would have gotten cheaper and cheaper as it goes on, just like in the same way Steam has. Like, when Steam was originally released, games were still equal to retail games. Now, I think they're about $10 less for a brand new game.
Yep.
Which it is nice. I mean, I personally buy physical copies because I want the physical copy.
Yeah, oh, hell yes. All the time.
And, like, I like collector's editions, so I get collector's editions.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Xbox, give us back the family thing. That's all I
that you bastards. That count as a swear word.
And then, like, a lot of people were complaining about having the Xbox wanting to be having a 24-hour online check, and how Xbox basically said, well, Microsoft basically said, if you don't have an internet connection, well, too bad, you keep the 360. And yeah, that is a bad PR move, but if you look into how the Xbox 360 was going to be using this DRM, it's understandable why they wanted this 24-hour check.
Yeah.
Because it would stop people from having an offline console and installing the game and then having a console that's online. And so, like, 20 people could install this game offline, and they'd lose 20 sales, 19 sales.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But yeah, like, they could have maybe had you need to be online to install this game, and then once it's installed, you don't need to be online again. But
or even the only other thing I could think that could go on with this is the circle sharing with family thing, tying that to being online as well. If this person hasn't been online within, like, the certain amount of time, you can't play their games. Like, they have to physically prove that they own them, because what if that person, you have access to their games, they go offline, then flog off all their games and sell it, and then or in some weird fashion. So, I mean, it's a relevant idea. I think, to be honest, I mean, coming from a PC perspective, it's a good idea, but again, like I said at the start, the way they've executed it, the way they've said it, is just, it's all wrong, I think. I think they've gone the wrong way.
Yeah, I think it's very debatable which way, but yeah.
Well, I think we will leave it there. We went over, I was like, yes, we'll do this for half an hour. We've just started skinning 40 minutes. So we've done well. It's like you get started and you just go, yeah. You just keep going.
Somehow you start talking about Lego and then you just can't stop.
Yeah, Lego. This is the Lego cast.
Lego vagina.
No,
we were doing so well.
They're definitely going to have to cut that bit.
Yeah. I'll make it M. I'll make it M for mature audiences. May contain a word that may cause irritability to some viewers that haven't had any in a while.
Or you could just
cut.
We've burnt the beep thing. It's too late now. We're going balls deep.
Or vagina deep.
All right. Okay, so aside from that, is there anything, guys, you want to finish off with before we cut it loose?
Just that I feel that Microsoft has ultimately made a smart move, and it's finally an even playing field.
Yeah. Well, like, in the long run, it's not going to harm Microsoft, because everybody seems to forget that big debacle with Sony and their not-so-secret 20 million or 22 million CDs that contain rootkits.
Really? All right, cool.
Yeah. If you're really interested in it, just Google Sony rootkit and you'll find information about it.
Oh, fair enough.
And I think that's a much bigger concern than Microsoft doing whatever they're doing. But yeah, let's not get into this.
Yeah.
Let's just say goodbye.
Yes.
See you later.
Yeah, so guys, just quickly, if you'd like to follow us, you can actually find our Twitters just below us. We do post somewhat relevant things sometimes, somewhat irrelevant, not unrelevant. I do know my English. We sometimes post relevant and irrelevant things on them, so do follow us on them if you'd like to. You could also follow the AVCon review at facebook.com/ I think we're on Facebook. We are on Facebook, aren't we? It's facebook.com/ AVCon review, and we're also on Twitter at AVCon review as well. And also, go follow AVCon because they're awesome, and all those guys are awesome. And fingers crossed, we'll see everyone that's watching this there. Come and say hi if you do see us, because we're awesome. Seriously, we're going to be running around like lunatics. Oh my god, it's anime and video games, and I can be normal for a weekend. But aside from that, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, post it in the comments below. Tweet us. We'll keep rotating everyone. So you might see us, you might not. So you might not even see me. I might just be in the background, putting funky voiceovers for everyone and being evil. Yeah. That would be awesome. I'm so going to do that next time I'm not on.
And as of recording this, we have 20 days, 20 hours, 4 minutes, and 20 seconds till AVCon starts.
All right.
One of his 74 tabs.
And with that, we'll end the podcast.